Namaste, my niggas. Happy New Year, my niggas.
Happy New Year. We're back.
We're fucking back. Welcome to unFEMiliar podcast with myself, Ms. Nay, and Tony Love.
Hi.
We have missed you guys greatly, and we are hoping to, just bring you what you guys have been missing, some unfamiliar opinions and topics and conversation.
It's been a minute.
Yes,
It's been a very long minute. What's been up with you since we've been gone? A little break?
We've been working. Life is tough right now for everybody across the board. So, just trying to regroup mentally and stay stable. There's good days and bad days.
Yep.
There's good days and bad days.
I definitely have to agree. For those of you that did not know, we took a small hiatus for the month of December.
Yeah.
In between like Thanksgiving and then Christmas,
Yeah.
I had COVID, so we had to stop production for a little bit.
Safety first, guys.
And I just want to put a little small feeler out there for y'all. I know we getting antsy with this. We still in the pandemic. We getting antsy. We want to go outside. We want to do all this. Listen, COVID is very much still here. It's very much still real.
Yes.
It should not have taken me this long, but it was very much a awakening for me, getting COVID-19 and going through what that looked like for me.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody, but it's not a joke. It's not a game. It definitely puts things into perspective. So just realign how you're moving. I know, we all tired of being in the house, but guess what? Until we get this shit figured out, we in the crib. Like, that's where we at.
Yeah, everybody should be in the crib, really, you know?
Yeah, be cognizant of who you're around, things like that. And just, keep it light. Like, we still, again, we're all still, most of us are still working from home. If you're not, thank you for risking your life every day. But, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys had a great Christmas.
Yep. Great holiday season. Spend
and
time with your loved ones.
Yeah. I will say this is the first year that I have celebrated, so to speak, Kwanzaa.
Okay.
I was very much into it, like daily. I was like, okay, where we at? What we doing? What am I? And I made sure I did a little something for myself.
I know that's
just to celebrate it, because I just feel like, Black man made it for us, so we ain't feel left out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We need to celebrate.
I should have been celebrating that shit early.
Doing it.
But it's alright, because I figured it out. And so I did do that.
We're growing and glowing and learning more.
How was your family?
Everything was cool. My cousin was supposed to come in November from Vegas for Thanksgiving to start off the holidays. And then his mother, my aunt, caught COVID also. So that kind of backed us up. Christmas, he did come and he stayed with us. And his mother was well. My aunt was well by then. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, we were able to, and thank God, because I know not everybody gets well from that. But we were able to enjoy the holiday season, give gifts. I mean, I really felt blessed this year to be able to do what I was able to do for everybody, financially, and just to be able to afford it. And so those who weren't able to afford it, at least we were afforded to spend time with our families. Small things are really important.
Yes.
I really asked for nothing for Christmas this year. I told everybody, whatever, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it means something to you, cool. But I don't really need anything. But that felt really good.
To be able to give.
Yeah. Give and not expect.
Yeah, and I felt very fortunate. I don't want to, people are going through rough times. People are, if evictions were not, halted, people would be evicted right now. People are not have jobs. So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I felt very blessed to have worked the entire pandemic, to have gotten overtime during this pandemic.
Yep.
I feel very blessed to not, be without some type of income, and to be able to do for my family and give back. Although I caught COVID for the entire, 24th was my release date, first day out. Okay.
Lord.
And so I didn't really have time to do a bunch of shopping. Luckily, I did all of mine online anyway. So people got their gifts a little late, but they got them. My sister, I got her a really cute Glamaholic lifestyle cosmetic bag and wallet. She was very excited. So shout out to Mia Ray. She is a part of the Jeep Hop, and she was like, "Oh, baby, it's lit. You spit the bag, whatever, whatever." I didn't, but it is what it is. And she doesn't do a lot of nice things for herself. Right? She's a single mom raising her kids by herself, and she was out of work during the pandemic, actually. So it felt good to be able to do something really good for her, to be able to do something really good for my nieces and nephew, and my mom too. She got really nice things. So I got a new niece.
I know. Shout out to Aunt Tony.
Trinity.
We love you.
So when she came home from the hospital last week. She was preemie, so it was touch and go there. So very blessed. I've been very blessed during the pandemic, even though I was sick. You know what I'm saying? It was touch and go. It was rough. I got through it, and
hey, and if you're watching this, you're blessed too. And let's jump into the chaos of which we are living in.
What the hell?
What the fuck? Sorry, y'all. But what the fuck?
Yo. All right, we're gonna start at the beginning. Let's talk about the insurrection.
Okay.
We're gonna have to just start from past to present.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's talk about the Trump march on Washington. Trump support. What is it called? What was it called?
It was a march on Washington. They stormed the Capitol. These motherfuckers stormed the Capitol. I only caught one body. Can you imagine that?
I'm tired.
I can't imagine that.
I saw a video floating around, okay, on Twitter, because, Black Twitter is always on it. I saw a video floating around on Twitter, and they were all in the chamber, and this Capitol police officer, this white man, came in. Hey, guys, I'm asking you nicely. Can you please leave? You know how many black people were not asked nicely?
To leave.
And
These police
they
officers,
died.
security was taking
And
pictures.
These people held an insurrection, and you're asking them nicely to leave? Y'all will kill us for less.
Girl, that's
you
fucking
have
crazy.
killed us for less.
That's really
So
wild.
I that was very wild when the amount of people, millennial white people are fed the fuck up. They're giving up their parents. They're putting their address on FBI. This is my mom. This is where we live.
All that shit.
They are tired. There's the one little girl on Twitter. Her mom, her aunt, and her uncle were at the protest causing havoc. And she individually caught all the screenshots and said, "Oh, his name is XYZ. He lives at here. You can find him here between the hours of this, that, and the third."
No, I saw.
She was giving them out. She was like, "Listen, you're racist." There was another little white girl straight up told her dad, "You're racist." And I'm just like, oh, the kids are tired, and I'm here for it. Be tired, because you know how that goes.
How it goes. By the way, guys, we are gonna have a special guest. I'm really excited. We're gonna have another guest, like a third time. This is his third time.
He's gonna be reoccurring. How about it?
How about it?
about
Okay,
it?
we're just busting that little fucking cherry all over podcast, man.
Yes.
He's gonna pull up in the road one of these weeks, but for now, we are doing safety first. So our guest is gonna chime in later, just audio. And we'll have some insight because I know he's gonna want to speak on some of these things too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was definitely crazy. I actually work in DC, so going outside in any fashion was just very overwhelming to see American flags dressed all over these people. I mean, I seen American flag leggings. To the whole nine. And I saw. Not just white people. I saw black people. I saw Asian people. I saw Hispanic people. There was so much support for Trump in DC. Just that entire felt like week.
Right.
It felt like a week. It was probably like 4 or 5 days where they came and they were pretty quiet. They checked into all the hotels. And they definitely made themselves at home. And it was at some point that I know that some of them were forced to stay in their hotels because it was either that or you could get fucked up on the plane for your ride home. So a lot of people were still in DC for a while.
Putting them on a no-fly list.
Yes, a lot of these, what I would call is terrorists.
Yes, that is what they are.
I'm sorry. A lot of these terrorists, and we need to use the proper words.
They are terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
They are. And you know what? Newly elected President Biden actually called them terrorists in his speech today, which is, that part was comforting because I've watched so many news outlets talk about this story, and I've only heard them called terrorists on TV twice. And it's just domestic terrorism, and that's exactly what it was, and that's exactly what they are, and everyone refuses to call them as such. I think there was one news channel that was calling them like patrons. There was another calling them thugs, which they are, but what they really are domestic terrorists, and that's what they did.
And that's exactly what they did, and there was actually no force or like enforcement of our laws and protection at that time. So it was just really disheartening to be there and like really breathe the same air with these motherfuckers, because it was just like scary almost to see how vibrantly and loud and proud these people were walking around, screaming. They were blasting rock music and like
it's
on
so interesting.
motorcycles.
The leader of the Proud Boys is a Cuban man from Florida, which we know a lot of, not all, I'm not gonna say all, but we know from the statistics, right? A lot of Latino Americans that voted for Trump were Cuban, and majority of which were from Florida.
And Florida.
And I don't know shit about Florida or Cubans there, or how Floridians live, black, white, or their other, because I don't live there. But what I have been seeing from people who are Floridians, that this particular, it usually is the fair-skinned Latinos that are Cuban that align more with white policy, Caucasian, and their Caucasian policy, and right-wing groups and things. So it's very interesting. I feel like they were baited, not to give them an excuse, but I feel like they were baited during the election. Cuba's a communist country, so I feel like they pushed like, hey, they're trying to push socialism, you guys should be scared of socialism because look what happened to you in Cuba, like from a socialistic society. Like, that's not exactly what this is, and I think they kind of scared them into submission a little bit. But you feel the way that you feel, so at the end of the day, it's you voted that way, so that's still who you are. You still racist, period, whether you're scared or not.
I mean, if you was out there marching, you know exactly what that says. And it was very weird. Like, downtown DC is just a weird place right now. Hopefully things will go back to normal this upcoming week.
People live here. Like,
no, we really live here.
People live here. Like, just like, all the protests and things were going on in New York and boroughs. Remember that one video we saw of that black lady coming out and protesters were setting shit on fire, and they're like, listen, you are tearing down. She was like, listen, you're tearing down a phone booth where this homeless man, this is the only place he has to make calls to get jobs and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, look, people live here. People work here. And if you are from this area, Northern Virginia, Maryland, DC, right, you know how hard it is to get close to a lot of these government buildings. Like, they will stop you at the red light that you're about to make a right turn. I'm telling you, you can't make this turn. If you make this turn, we going.
And they're posted there all day to instruct. Oh no, move along.
No, you can't. No, you can't stay here. You gotta go. Right. Like, if you knew how hard it is, I work in a government building. During my regular work week, I have to walk through and badge twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to get close to these facilities. So the fact that they were just let in is just a pure indication that this was in-house. And I think that the rep that's prosecuting them basically said she is looking for all the people that were in-house acting and letting them in. And we saw videos of Capitol Police officers letting them in. Even lit it up to today's events where, was it like 12 Capitol Police officers were removed due to their, connections with right-wing groups. So,
I mean, I'm glad. I think it's necessary, and honestly, it's just like common sense, and it should have been already.
Supreme Court justice sons, like, getting pulled out the basement by the FBI. Like, at this point, the feds is looking for you. The little jurisdiction police can't really do very much.
Yeah, the feds need to be looking for their ass. Shit.
As the feds watching.
All right, and due to the COVID restrictions in DC, on behalf of the COVID restrictions in DC, I just want to say that these terrorists came in and were completely disgusting, y'all. No masks, just hands on their face.
Of course.
Touching people, crowds of 10 or more. What the hell? It was completely against everything we have been working hard for here around this area. And I just, don't come to somebody else's
fucking up this curve.
Hometown, right? And bring that that shit with you. Okay?
I just feel like we're really trying to get off of punishment. And we can't go outside. And y'all done came and brought this foolishness here. And we already can't go outside. Now we really not going to be able to go outside. Because who the fuck knows what type of super spreader shit y'all been spreading around.
Okay. Like, for real, everybody stay inside. Hide your kids, hide your wives, put on your masks. Okay,
hide
your
gloves at this point. Okay, honey.
Okay,
Lights all their asses down before they come to the door.